What's going on, guys? Bayern Ryan here. We finally have him. Jimmy Conrad.
What's up?
Finally. I've been on your show, what, 2, 3 times?
2 or 3 times.
Now he is finally on my show.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Thank you.
So far, TST, what do you think?
It's incredible. I think that the target score time stuff at the end, where every game has to end on a goal, I was a little like, that's kind of suspect, but now when you live it, and when you're scoring the winning goals.
Serie B awaits. Wrexham looking to see who they'll play. On the chip! Bring some dip and celebrate. Shot!
Yeah, it becomes very addicting, so I love it.
Well, because you were over here, we watched the Tel Aviv game, and it went down to like
I actually have some issues that you weren't watching our game, but 2v2 is pretty good.
It got 2v2, and then like the keepers ended up crossing midfield, and then one would punt it over the top, the keeper would sprint back. Dude, it was
chaos.
Insane.
Sounds like chaos.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I didn't realize the TST for target scoring
time.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
No, I think a lot of people.
It took me until like an hour ago to actually figure out.
Yeah,
right.
That fit. And I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of a rock and roll version of the beautiful game, and I think it's got a bright future. I'm excited to be part of year one, to be honest.
A rock and roll version, and this is the Woodstock with the festival atmosphere.
I mean, definitely, yes.
A little bit of rain.
I need more hippies out here supporting me before I give it the full Woodstock approval.
Okay, now before we get to the motivational side, how did it feel when you knew that the Wrexham fans, when they were cheering loud when they scored?
No problem.
They turned on their national heroes for damn
That's
Deadpool
okay. No.
and a TV show.
No. Listen.
Okay.
I've got no issue with it. I'm a big believer that rising tides lift all boats, and if this is a gateway drug for them, like they're going to go support Wrexham, they're going to learn about how the game works somewhere else, then they can come over here and hopefully support a local team.
And then be a Jimmy Conrad fan.
There you go. Right.
Ryan Reynolds, what happened? Bye-bye! Ciao! Soda!
There's steps to this process. I want them to earn my respect and earn my love. Okay? So it's fine. They start with Wrexham, and hopefully they'll branch out and do a little bit more locally, and of course for the national team.
But I mean, to see how many people were over here watching y'all play, it was insane.
Yeah, it was great.
And watching like Wrexham versus the women's, how many people were crammed in there. So I mean, do you see basically TST getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year?
Yeah, I do. I think that there's going to be probably some big clubs that are joining next year. Some that were probably hesitant to understand the format, maybe Bayern, maybe some teams from Spain that we're familiar with. I think we're going to start to see more of them get involved. And then once they start to understand how to have success with these rules, this is going to get ultra competitive very quickly.
Because we've seen y'all pick up as the tournament's picked up. Y'all have like gotten it down pat to know how to play it.
Yeah.
And a lot of these teams, that's kind of how it's been going. With as long as it's going, they're starting to pick up how that TST time works.
Right.
And it's getting crazy close.
Yeah, it's getting close. It just makes it exciting. Like everything's gonna have an exciting finish. And I wonder how that's gonna impact just the game in general as this potentially gets more popular. But there's room for it. There's space for something like this. And I wonder, I don't know anything, I'm speculating, but I wonder if it turns into a league at some point. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I can see that happen.
Because right now you have it annually, so how do you keep that conversation going? I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe I have a team, I'm just throwing it out there.
Maybe I have a team.
Maybe you do.
The Bayern influencer. No, okay, that'd just be me. But, all right, now we're getting down to the, you know how my content is, the motivational and inspirational side.
Sure.
How does it make you feel to know that for all the millions of fans that you've played in front of, that your header goal, or you know what I'm saying, some of the
clips. You want me to? Can we roll some clips in here? One thing I want to say is that when we make a decision, because it is a choice, that we want to suffer together, that we're willing to suffer for each other, we're going to have no problem. Not only in this game, but in the games beyond this, right? That's how we have to approach this. Whatever, whether it's subs, whether it's whatever. We're just got to get the shit done right now in this game. We don't have no regrets. Don't play timid. Play with confidence, and let's get after it, right? Let's go. Let's get after it. Let's go.
Let's go, boys. I'm feeling today, boys. Let's go. On 3 win. 1, 2, 3.
No, my goal against Mexico, I have a tackle against Messi.
But like those types
it's
of
just
things,
like-
people see those and maybe that got them out of, like the goal against Mexico may have pulled some U.S. fans
Totally.
from a dark spot. How does that make you feel?
Oh, wow. That's
Knowing
pretty,
that.
that's next level. I hope that when they see that, they want to learn a little bit more about me and my story. You know, I walked on in college. I didn't get drafted into MLS. I didn't get my first cap with the national team until I was 28. So I was a real late bloomer, and I think there's room for these types of players too. Like, you don't have to be awesome at 17 to get your chance. You got to be good, of course, but if you keep fighting and pushing for what you want and
But you
are
don't
willing to
have to be
sacrifice.
Gio. Like Gio, you have to be Gio Reyna.
The Gio Reyna's coming. I knew that was coming.
Well, or Pulisic, where they're
Well, these
great
guys
at
are
14.
Well, it helps
Yeah.
because I think you'll be seen sooner, and ultimately you should be around better coaching
Yeah.
and that type of stuff. But yeah, I'm living proof that if you want it bad enough, it's possible.
Now, we're getting to the best part. The reason
Ooh, there's
for
a best part?
The halftime reason. Now, we've talked about how it makes you feel for the fans to come out of that dark spot,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Now it's your turn to motivate them. Because when I went looking for Franck Ribéry videos,
Yes.
there was no motivational video that Franck did.
Sure.
And for us, we're trying to close that gap.
Mm-hmm.
So when they want to go find like a video on Jimmy Conrad motivation,
Okay, yeah, so there's a video on my YouTube channel called Draw My Life, which really gives you all the inspiration that you're looking for to hopefully get you out of a dark place. I think one thing that I try to keep in perspective is that I play and I got paid to play and I love the game, but it's just a bunch of grown men in small shorts and long socks kicking a ball in a certain direction, right? So it's just having that balance where things can be heavy, but they also can be pretty light. So I just encourage you to find that balance in your life.
well, and the other thing that I know he can tell you is it's never too late to get there. Because you said it took you to 28 years old.
It took
to
me a
get
long time
So-
to get a shot.
there. This is the perfect shining example. Potential $1 million example.
I'm also an Aquarius, and I like long walks on the beach. I don't know if that helps or hurts. I don't know. I'm just going to throw that out there.
But it shows that it doesn't matter if it's early on in life. Don't let the people talk you out of it.
Well, so
Because
here's
there's gonna be
another
loud
thing.
noises
Here's another
in
thing for
between.
you. I learned pretty early on that it wasn't up to anyone else to decide how good I was going to be at anything. It was up to me. I was around 15 or 16. We talked to Marcelo Balboa's dad, who played
Okay.
2 World Cups for the U.S. And I had a question for him. He came over and talked to my club team, and I said, "Well, how did Marcelo play in 2 World Cups?" And he goes, "Well, he went and worked on his game every day for 2 hours at the park." I was like, "Oh, I can do that." That was the light bulb moment for me. Now I went to the park, and I didn't know what to work on. I'm like, okay, I'm here. Now what? And so you have to learn how to. And it actually, after 10 minutes, I realized I was terrible. So I just went home after 10 minutes because it was easier to play video games and get that kind of satisfaction from that than to actually learn how to fail. But that failures kept adding up to I started to get a little bit better, and that changed everything. And once you understand that it's up to you, your whole perspective on how you approach everything changes, and the choices you make are coming from what you want and not what other people want for you or what you think they want for you.
Well, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you on this. You are one of my inspirations as far as like the social media type stuff.
That's really
because
nice of
I've
you.
seen
Thank you.
how you've taken just your show from just a smaller show to gradually getting bigger. That's a massive show, and that's hopefully I definitely ain't going to get that big. But if I can get like 1,000 subs,
For me, so
I'll be happy.
Listen, I'm going to stop him here because I think I think that the social media space is maybe not as democratic as it used to be, which is a shame. I feel like you need to make content that you care about, that you want to care. Because if
the content that I want.
if that enthusiasm and passion comes out, which it does, but you got to stay true to that. Because if you start chasing algorithms, if you start chasing hashtags,
Because I caught myself doing that on Instagram.
of course,
a lot.
we all did. We all do. I mean, it's hard not to. That thing. What's really hard, I think, as a content creator, is one thing that you did barely spend any time on. All of a sudden, bangs, and you get like 10,000, whatever.
Yeah.
And then something you spent like your whole week on, and really matters to you, and it gets 100, and you're like, what am I even doing? And, and that is where you can't have numbers impact your mood and what you want to make, because if it's coming from here, that's a success in itself.
Because it's normally the dumbest thing that like goes crazy.
Yeah, some 15-second thing that was like a mistake, right? As opposed to something you put your heart and soul into. So, you know, you just got to keep pushing through, keep putting the stuff out that you want, and let the chips fall where they may, as they say.
Well, we're going to let you enjoy the rest of this game.
Yeah, I need to go sit down.
Hey, I appreciate
you. Mia San Mia.
Hey, guys, make sure you follow Jimmy Conrad. Sub to his channel. You're on Twitch too, right?
What he said. Yeah,
Pay the
I'm
man
everywhere.
on Twitch.
They don't have to pay me anything.
He may need some money
No,
after this.
I'm good.
Well,
Unless we lose in the final, then yeah, maybe I know. My little.
But hey, guys, make sure you check all of his content out. Keep in touch with me for the rest of this, I guess, weekend, because we've got a lot to go.
And hopefully more with me.
If you'll let me we'll do one every game you win.
Let's do it. Deal. Done.
That'll work.
Subscribe and like, everybody. Let's make it happen.
This is game one of the Jimmy Conrad to be a millionaire.
The experience.